Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I'm Billy Carrington. I'm from a small town in western Kentucky called Princeton. The reason for these videos or this DVD is I'm a businessman and entrepreneur down in Atlanta, Georgia. Good friend of mine. His business is taking off. He's looking to expand and also to form another business. So he'll be bringing in new employees. And so him and I have been talking back and forth, and he said that he would like for me to shoot down. At the present time, I just can't up and take off. So I said, what about if I put some tapes together and y'all can view them down there? And he said, you know, that sounds great. So that's what these are about. So if these end up leaving Rick's place and end up going somewhere else, so we'll just start out like this. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Today we're going to start this off right at the very beginning. If you coming in off the streets not knowing anything about sales, that's excellent, because tell you what, all your life you've been trained anyway in sales, and I'm going to show you how that's gone for you. Also, you've been not only trained in sales, you've been trained in management. And it starts all the way back to when you were young. Your parents used to purchase your clothing for you. They had certain items that they wanted you to wear, and so you wore those up to a certain age, and it may be a certain kind of food that they fed you also. Maybe a certain kind of a milk or a product that you drank, juice-wise. So the whole time your parents were selling you, and you were selling to other people by the way you were presenting yourself and what you were wearing. Most of the things that was wore to a lot of people as you're growing up is something that other people have seen young children wear, so you would be wearing mostly the most popular items that they would be on the market. So as you grow older, your taste kind of changes, and then you start to communicate with your parents, and they start to buy some of your clothes for you. It's a certain type of look you're looking at. Being at a certain age, it doesn't matter what age, you start to say, well, hey, so-and-so's got this, I would like to have that. Then you get that, and you start wearing it. So see, you're selling yourself the whole time through life. You're constantly in sales, because as you present yourself and what you're wearing, you're going to also be selling those items to someone else. And that's how it works. You're constantly doing it. So you get to an age to where you're saying, hey, look, your parents are saying, well, I want you to dress this way. You're saying, no, I want to dress this way. So what happens then, after you get to that stage, you decide that if you find a little small job or something, you'll go to work, you'll be able to have what you want. So then you go into buying your own clothes, a certain style you want to wear, and it's a lot of it will be what's happening in school at the time, what's your famous rock stars or country stars, whatever is going on in the world. Usually by a certain age in school, you're wanting to wear those products. So you're starting to sell yourself on those products, but then you're also selling those products to somebody else who hasn't had them yet. Somebody younger, maybe somebody older wanting to be younger. You see what I'm saying? So constantly, you're constantly in sales and constantly selling items. And as you keep growing, you get to an age to where you say, well, you know, I don't want to look like that anymore. I want to look like this now. So what you do, you discard what you had. You leave it behind, and then you'll start to dress the way you want to do at that moment in time that you're in, wherever it is. If it's after high school or something, maybe where you go work at, the people there are wearing this certain kind of item, but then you want to wear it. You're in the coal mines, you're wearing a certain kind of clothing, you want to wear that same kind of thing to be kind of blend in with everybody. And that's what happens. We end up selling ourselves, and we sell those same products. And that's what we know in management, and that's how we are able to when we go to sell products, we already see the market. See, I've already walked you through from being an infant, a baby, all the way up to where you were up and going to school, then all the way up to where you're in your teenage years, and as you came through school, and into work. So when you sit there and you start thinking about what you wore, you can look at old photographs that you've had as your family's taken. You can look at the hairstyle that you had. Your hairstyles will change. And each time you're selling yourself, because you're going to see a hairstyle you like, you say, well, I want to try that hairstyle. Or somebody just say, well, I don't want to try that hairstyle, I want my head shaved. That's, like I say, each person has what they want to be. So as you start to tweak yourself and you come up through, and you learn, like, say you get some items and your friends are wanting, they'll say, hey man, I heard you're going to get another new stereo for your vehicle. So, yeah. So, well, how much you want for the old stereo? Well, you sit there and you think, well, I don't know. Well, then you start thinking of what you paid for it. Then you start to think, okay, well, I've had it for a while, used it a little bit, it's a little dusty, got some hours on it on a DVD or a CD player, and so you start to think. Well, then next thing you know, you put a price on it. But if that person agrees with you, they may try to talk you down a little bit. But if you got a little leeway, you say, well, I'm going to end up having it anyway. So what do? You go ahead and sell it. So you start to sell your first items. Whether it's a bicycle, a pair of tennis shoes somebody else wanted, they were used shoes, something at a yard sale. Each time, and people say, well, that's kind of crazy, how do you become a seller? Because each time you're learning to deal with the public on selling your items. The items that are yours, the items that you have for sale. So that's what, when you get to me, and a lot of people say I'm a little strict, but really, truly, I'm not. I just want you to become, I don't want you to become just rich. I want you to become wealthy. And by becoming wealthy, you have to first want to be you. You've got to know who you are inside. Because as you come up through life, we learn to protect ourselves. So we don't let our true person out, and we keep it protected. We don't want to get hurt. We don't want to get our feelings hurt. We're afraid when somebody will say this to us, hurt our feelings, or maybe we'll say this and hurt somebody else's feelings. So we kind of learn to stay inside. We kind of go through life. You'll see some who'll be kind of flamboyant. They'll come right out, and they'll be kind of like people, kind of like the leader of the pack. And some of those people will become very successful because they came out at a very young age for one reason or another, and they end up, people believing what they said and or played the games the way they wanted to play them, and they followed them. So as you go through this and you start to open your eyes, as I'm teaching you, you'll start to see the world different. Because right now, you're sitting there thinking about what I've already said. And you're already saying to yourself, yeah, yes, I have done that. Yeah, I did wear a certain kind of clothes. Yeah. And so now I want you to look at yourself right now sitting there. You're sitting there in that room watching this. Somewhere you're watching this, whether you're in your own bedroom, you're in your office, you're in front of a group of people. Wherever you're at, you're watching this DVD or video or whatever, like I say, I don't know how it's going to be transmitted to you, but you're going to be watching this and you're going to start to think. So I want you to start to look at what you're wearing right now. And I'm not putting you down for what you're wearing. I can't see you. So I'm not putting you down. But the people that I want to train, I'm going to also train you how to dress, how to wear your hair, how I want your fingers to look, how I want your breath to smell. And I'm not being rude. I want you to learn how to pronounce different words. I want you to slow down if you get too hyper. I want you to get hyper when you're too slow. So as we go through this, there's going to be a lot of changes in your life. You may say, well, I don't want to listen to none of this guy. You're going to get up and leave now. You're going to miss an opportunity, a great one. So now we just discussed about you being in sales and how you came up through there and what you've known so far. So from 18 down, you got 18 years in sales. Man, I've got something to work with there. You see what I'm saying? So it don't matter what age you are. You just put those years and go back. That's how many years you've got in sales so far. Because you were selling items that your parents had you wearing, and you decided on something else that you wanted to wear, you started wearing those items. You started selling those items right off the bat to other people, your other friends at school, people you don't even know, but they see you wearing it. They want it. They want those tennis shoes. They want those shorts. They want them pants. They want that hat. They want that shirt. They want that jacket. You are a walking sales person, and you don't even know it. Now I'm going to take you back in time again. So hang on. We're back. You're young. You're in bed. I'll use my own name. Mama calls you. Billy, get up out of bed. It's time to get up. Eat breakfast. What? Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Okay. Well, she don't see me. I ain't got there yet. Billy, get up. come on in here and eat breakfast. We're ready for you to eat breakfast. So finally, she comes in there and goes, Billy, now get up. You see how I'm doing? Billy, get up. I want you to get up now and get ready for breakfast. Well, I said, okay, I'll keep her right there. So then she goes, okay, I'm going to send the old man in there. Well, the stepdad comes in there. He's ex-military. Comes in there, sergeant, and when he's done like that, son, I need you to do what your mama said. I need those feet on the floor, pitter-patter, to the bathroom, want that face washed, them hands washed, them teeth brushed, use the bathroom, wash your hands again, towel off, get in here, sit down, we're going to say grace, and eat. Yes, sir. Up and gone. Because whenever you see this, like that, that becomes this. Okay, so you don't want none of that. So when you go to get focused and you're growing up and you're becoming, and where I'm going with this is, what you're learning is how to manage that moment in time, that position that you're in. Like where you're sitting at right now, there's a certain way that you sit when you sit neat. You sit a certain way, hands folded. You look at some people, they'll be like this. Some people be all relaxed. Some people have their hand behind their head. But anyway, you'll start to, as we go through this, you're going to learn how to sit. You're going to say, oh, well, I already know how to sit. No. I'm going to teach you how to sit in front of customers. What you do at the house, you're going to carry with you. Because all the way through life, it's a training. You're being trained. You're being molded. And that's the reason for it, so where you can fit in to society. I can't say the word, but you're going to fit in anyway. Because you're going to be trimmed, lined, molded, all the way up to a certain age, and there's going to have moments where you're going to rebel, but then you're going to bring yourself back in, and then you're going to strive again. So, when, in that scenario I told you about Mama saying that thing, I didn't get up, and the old man came in, but the old man would be the one, even though Mom eventually was the one that taught me how to manage my space, taught me how to manage my bedroom by making my bed, having it made every morning before I went to school, taught me how to keep my bedroom clean so I wouldn't get in trouble, taught me how to clean my plate, taught me how to brush my teeth. So then I get to a certain age, she shouldn't have to tell me no more. I've learned how to manage being me. Once you learn how to manage being in a spot, in a position, taking care of that moment in time that you're in, you become a manager. You are starting to manage. And that's the way it is in life. Because each time, each stage through life, you'll get better at managing what you have, the things you have, where you place them, what do you do with them. You manage on what you want to purchase. Okay? And each time, as you're going through there, managing and sales is working together. And this one person that you are, you're constantly working. So as you come up through that, through the ages, you got 18 years of managing skills. You got 18 years of sales rep. People will say, no, I ain't sold, don't listen to him. I'm going to tell you something. I've heard people say, well, I ain't never been in sales. And people say, great, I ain't got to retrain you. I'm telling you right now, I'm thankful to the Lord that He blessed us with a mother, father, aunt, and uncle, a cousin, somebody, brother or sister took time, or a total stranger took time to teach us things in life, a certain way to wear clothes, a certain way to clean our bodies, that way we're presenting and selling ourselves. Certain items you purchase to take a bath with, certain items you brush your teeth with. You're constantly, those items, when somebody sees them, if they come to visit your house, they see what you've got, what you're wearing, and then they start saying, hey, I might try that. They might not tell you, something. Anyway, they might not tell you, but they'll go and purchase it to try it out. Just because they've seen you with it, or seen you use it. So that's what it is in sales. So right now, as you're coming up, I've already brought you 18 years of selling, 18 years of managing. You've been taught. So now all I got to do is take it and tweak it. Once I tweak it, and you're tweaking at the other end, what are you going to do? You're going to become a part of the most outstanding people in the world. And I mean very outstanding people. you're going to become a part of the sales personnel, of the sales personnel of the world. You're going to be a part of that team. And that's what this is all about. It's taking what you have, molding it, tweaking it, then turning it back out to where now you start making money at it. Getting paid on what you're wearing. Getting paid on what you like to drink. You see what I'm saying? Because constantly you are building one thing. That's your brand. You're constantly building your brand. So when you take an item and you're going to be selling it, make sure that it's something that you can work with. Make sure it's something that'll flow easy with you. I mean, you can sit down and study all you want to study. But if somebody don't just sit there and say, hey, look, man, you've already been doing this. It makes it a lot easier on you. So, as you go through this, you're going to see, your eyes are going to open up, and right now you're probably talking to one another, thinking, man, he's right, I sold a car, I sold my bicycle. Okay, guys, we've got to keep these tapes short. The reason being, over 20, 30 minutes, human mind starts to wander. You'll need to take a smoke break. You'll need to go to the restroom. You need to call somebody, text somebody. So right now, we're going to take a break. It's been about 20 minutes, real close. We're pushing the 20-minute thing. So right now, we're going to take a break. We'll come right back in and then start right back out. So if you guys need to take a break, go take it now. Come back. If y'all just want to sit around and have a group talk for a few minutes, do that. But whatever you do, stretch your legs, get up, walk around. Someone needs you again for another 20 minutes. Thank you.